Welcome back to Failure Analysis, episode 3, I think. Yeah, this is 3. I'm going to lose track of those numbers real quick, but we're doing the Alpha New Zone playthrough. We're level 5. Don't let the shrunken head and the portrait fool you. I'm full of power. Killing Quillboars. You must spend a lot of money at the auction house.
My, you're a tall one.
You're looking for Henry Garrick? Right? He's a nice guy, a bit glum, but nice. It's lucky you rescued me, Lindy Springstock, inventor extraordinaire. I've got my Scout-O-Matic 5000 all set to go. It'll fly up in the air and let you scout the entire area. I'll give you the honors. Use my Scout-O-Matic 5000 by Henry at the rest of the expedition.
Alrighty then.
Let's just unshrink it. Whoops, too big. Slight adjustment. Gnomes being wacky. There it is. Give it a try. Oh, vehicle quest. Whoa! Don't hang me. It's a lynching.
It has a camera? Then why does anyone need to be up there?
As a backup, of course. What if the machine were to break? You wouldn't see anything. Monstrous cadavers!
Quiet. I see something.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was talking. Is that Cho'Gath? We will raise the dragon from the dead. The full force of the Alliance will rain down upon you. The dragon will crush them. We have other rituals to oversee. Savor the final moments of your life. They'll bring the dragon back from the dead. How are we going to deal with it?
Stop the sacrifice, but it would take an army to get through all the undead.
Or science.
We don't have any other choice. My son's life is on the line.
The plan is to resize a boar. It'll certainly help feed everyone. Did they get phased out? Was that other people? What's happening? Oh, that's right, because I can't be in another person's phase. They want to show me cool things. Did I get any new spells? Oh, Mind Blast. Look out. They didn't put it on my bar, though. Look at me. Alright, I gotta fix things. Blast target's mine for 34 shadow damage for a second and a half, with a 15-second cooldown. Smite does 13. Mind Blast does 34 damage. That's like an instant kill, right? Shadow bias, yeah. Crossroads are so bad for cutscenes. What do I get next? Oh, Psychic Scream. It's coming soon. And a buff! Okay, don't look ahead. Don't look ahead. Don't spoil it.
Hey!
So here's the question we have to ask ourselves. Shadow Priest, I like it, yeah. Should we disrupt the ritual and kill the two-headed ogre, or should we allow the ritual to complete, because certainly an undead dragon will have way better loot if we allow it to, you know, get big, and you know what I'm saying? What expansion had my favorite iteration of Paladin? Wrath of the Lich King, I thought, was his sort of moment to shine. I think BC, we did a lot of work. We did a lot of work on making a lot of the specs much better in both play experience and competitiveness. But there's something about the paladin fighting the horde of undead and getting to use a lot of his extra abilities for a lot of the content that was pretty sweet. So that is how the DM story, Kevin. He'll get mad. Okay. Okay. He will smite me down. That's probably true. Let's get to work resizing something. I'll just put down this gold pile. Is that a decent experiment? How many peasants does the dragon have to kill before it gets decent loot? That's a good question. Oh, it's other adventurers that he's killing. And they're dropping their loot. Barely works on inanimate objects. I have no idea what it'll do to organic beings. It's going to be killed by the undead. Desperate times call for massively experimental science, Levy. We're going to make ourselves a giant boar. This sounds fun. This is pretty cool. Oh, I can click on this. Oops, too small. Try it now. Yikes. Try it again.
It's not ready yet.
Eureka! Alright. Angel Flan, too. Never thought I'd be so relieved to see a giant scientifically enhanced boar. A buff! I buff you, Garrick. I buff myself. I like it. Oh, it costs 13 mana. Weird choice. Stamina by 5%. If the target is in your party or raid, all party and raid members will be affected. Oh, smart casting. I dig it. No need for greater power words. Ride of the scientifically enhanced boar. We don't know how long the resizer will last, so let's get moving. We're going to use this giant boar to mow down that army of undead and get my son back. Those massive zombies are pulsing with dark energy. If we destroy them, I bet it will destroy any minions around them. Hopefully Henry will know more about that, what these ogres are planning with this island. This is hardcore Henry we're chasing? Ride.
We'll deal with the army.
The boar.
The rest of you, push forward and set up camp once we've cleared a path.
Dun 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 dun.
Mother! I knew you'd save us!
Something's happening to the boar. Hang on, recruit.
I'm not a recruit. I'm a hero. I'm a champion.
We've dealt with the undead. Now let's finish off that necromancer and save my son.
Torgok. Blast! It's gonna grasp my soul. Me never get to see ritual. Get 3 copper on him. I really don't like that they teleport around everywhere. Work in progress. Thank you, stranger. I thought I was going to be punished for my failure to save my friends. I'm relieved that I was mistaken. Because your mom showed up. I turned my back to you. I tried to fight the ogres, but they were too strong, Mama. Mama just killed a man. You are more than your mistakes. Yes, Mother. Captain Garrick. This is so sad. It's already begun. We're too late. The Alliance never gives up hope. Let's go. Teleport. I have Blink. Work in progress. X. What happened to the boar? I don't know what's happening to the boar. Ooh, supplies.
Hello.
This is my first vendor. I want an Alliance tabard. Items marked with a gold coin and treasure items are always safe to sell. What's this? Oh, big damage and stamina. I want this Alliance tabard.
Have a good one.
Oh, those gloves. Nice. Alright. One of us. One of us.
You need something?
Look at this staff. Dear God. That is some epic loot.
See you around. How are you? Safe travels.
Wow. Still got inside connections? No, I just got an email like every other streamer. What, you don't stream? That is a BFA staff. Holy cow. Or literally, is this an epic from BFA? Only streamers getting alpha. I'm actually shocked that I got it. Quartermaster Richter was able to scavenge supplies from the wreckages on this island. Why don't you visit her and see if she has anything you need? You'll need it for whatever the island is going to throw at us next. Uh-oh. I did it. It knew that I did it. Whew. Whew. Nice. They found this bag in the nearby ruins. They thought you might make good use of it. Oh, I will. Yep, they're throwing inventory space at me way before I'm desperate for it. Captain Garrick wants us to explore in the west to find any other members of the expedition. You're going to go on ahead. Meet us to the west. We have some info for you. Alright then. Well, there's tons of quests now. It's really opening up. You're a trained priest, right? This might be up your alley. Guessing they washed up on a different part of the island. They didn't make it very far. Uh-oh. Resurrection. Nice. Hello, lovely streamers. I am a viewer. Do as I command at once. Not too impressed with Henry, gotta be honest. exactly. Rags and a giant super staff. Thanks for the key. Oh, you're welcome. Sensi addict. They go back and resurrect everyone who died when the ship crashed. That's right. It was all a misunderstanding. Whoa. Looks like we're the lucky ones. Giant pit of spiders.
Each day is a blessing.
Ooh, more expedition members within. We're going into a cave, everyone. We're gonna come out with a friend. Two intellect, 2 stamina. Aw.
Gaianis Akar.
Give him a good handshake. That's right. I'm in a cave. Oh, they wrapped this poor guy up.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Put him out of his misery. Hey, hey.
You on a pint?
Interest you in a pint? I like to be rewarded with a pint. Oh, that sound of stepping on these things. It's a bit much. Ooh, cool. That looks nice.
What can I do for you?
Thought I was dead. You have to rescue. They're all pointing to one person I have to rescue. It's about to be a trap. I better shield up.
Hello.
Did you rescue her yet? Jeez. Hold your horses. I'll never look at spiders the same way again. Rescue that other guy. Thought I was dead.
What's happening?
Yeah, they could have more interesting things to say. Work in progress. Help, Balloon, guide them to me. This guy's just like, sweet. I will harvest your life force, and then those who sealed me in here shall burn. I'm not gonna make a friend in this cave, am I? Pretty cool looking place, though. He's got her. He's got her in his magics. Take that! I got the Mind Blast first. Inefficient. Will he get through my shield in time? No! I Mind Blast you. Final sacrifice. Hop on. Oh. Okay, that it makes more sense now. Thought you transformed. Be careful to manage your mana. I can't wait for them to give me a mana pot. You'll need this. Out of the way, little spiders. Crunch, crunch. Wow. Such a ride. These poor creatures. We got... Which poor creatures? The spiders you just trampled? Or the bigger ones that took your whole expedition captive and we're gonna eat? By the light, you're alive. Mounted. Level 6. I got my new mount, guys. Oh, wait. She's leaving? Those spiders were victims too. They just lost their home. The cultural relativism is strong with this one. Now it's a level 10, okay. The light shines on all creatures. That does not mean I have to like... Oh god. Poor spiders. I will never... Okay, mark my words. I will never... Let me do it right here. This, I swear, I will never accept another quest to harm spiders. This is my vow. Lightforged spiders coming soon. Are all these cutscenes making you feel invested in your character yet? No. What am I? I am yeah. Not being brought in. Rally of Dream Chaser is a member of the Cenarian Circle, an order of druids dedicated to protecting Azeroth. Thank you for rescuing her. We're almost to the end of our ordeals on this island. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Expeditionary Claw. Ooh. You've leveled up. Psychic Scream. Dungeon unlocked, Dead Mines. One minute cooldown. Yuck. So sometimes it automatically puts it on my bar and sometimes it doesn't. They missed that with Mind Blast. Did Obsidian feel like they got screwed over by Bethesda? It was kind of after my... or all that happened before my time. But I imagine, yeah, some people did. I imagine others just took it as a learning experience. How to contract things better. Can you actually play dungeons before selecting a spec? I don't know. Group Finder. I can go to Ragefire Chasm or Dead Mines. Or can I? Role unavailable for some dungeons. I'm not. Oh, I have to select one. Okay. So yeah, looks like I can. I'm gonna select them both. That's not why we're here.
Another priest! Quickly! The spark of life is yet to fade from these recruits!
What's on your mind?
There's no time for chatting. I'm going to imbue ye with the power to resurrect. I'd give ye a bit more ceremony, but we got an urgent problem on our hands. The souls of these poor recruits are going to be absorbed. Ogre's necromancy. You'll notice how they got sick of like trying to be Scottish in the writing. But the further they went down. Because it's lame. Don't do it. Select a role first. Oh, here we go. Class-specific quest. It is. Oh, it is. A priest's end. Very nice. Very nice. You putting every man for himself on 4 when the game tried to put it on 4 because it was the 4th non-racial ability you would have gotten. Yeah, I blocked it. Alright, that makes sense, Terragor.
Off with ya.
Off with ya.
Well met. I'm out of range. How are ya?
Use Resurrect on the remains of these recruits. Beseech the light to give them another chance. It's time we'd make a stand.
Be good. Can I help you?
You got it, Hammerheart.
It's too far away.
Too far away?
I need to get closer. Hey there. I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
Okay.
Welcome.
Well, I have to accept.
Keep your feet on
Cast
the...
resurrection to bring them back from the brink of death.
Awesome. That looks cool. A little levitation. Always good for the priest look. We talked about them being just levitating always. It's part of their kit. But it actually limited their overall animation play, so we decided not to do it. Just kind of hovering around everywhere they went. Thought that would be pretty sweet. That would have been cool, yeah. I won't forget this. Well, you will if you die again. I thought this was the end. Thank you.
Great to meet ya.
You've got promised me to be a great priest one day. Me body is long decayed, but I can rest easy now that I know these ogres are going to be stopped.
Watch your back.
We believe they were murdered, yes. Yes. It feels kind of empty, right? The starting area. Like, there's not a lot of content per square inch. Doesn't feel dangerous, you know, like this island's supposed to feel kind of dangerous. Doesn't feel that way. It looks really nice.
That's Meredy, our mage. We have to rescue her.
Did somebody say mage? I wonder what he said. Does he always say mage? If I show up as a mage, does he still say mage? Why do they have to rescue the mage? Mages are always getting the advantages. He types in chat with a Scottish accent. They're really Eldorado. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's the last class I need rescuing. The rescue of Meredy Huntswell. AoE's well, it's more like it. You lead the card. Charge, Kila. And I'll back you up if things look dire. God, this guy's the worst, isn't he? You guys go on ahead. Harpy totems scattered throughout the area. They're pulsing with foul magics. Set fire to 5 harpy totems. Get the cloth cord going. Nice. But I already got the cloth cuffs.
Hello.
Defeat 10 harpies and their allies. They're preparing for a dreadful assault.
May your deeds live on in story.
Let's deal with those harpies. I just hope Merity is okay.
Is that Aqualad from Young Justice? Dare they shame him, the worst character in Henry? I did, Angry Billy. First is being catfish, the second is being Loch Ness. Amazing, Scott. Oh, you're not in league with the ogres? Please. Hello, Lightspawn. Take a piece of my light. Light speed, 60% speed boost for 10 minutes.
The light.
I want that now. What do I do? Right click on things that are sparkling. I got this.
I defend the light.
He defends the light. Would you believe I'm just making stuff up? I do believe it. What are some zones in other MMOs that you think are as good in Vanilla Azeroth? Well, at the time, a lot of other zones felt like they were all very flat, right? It was like a flat plain with some doodads, and every once in a while you'd see some terrain. I can't remember one of the first ones that actually had their terrain be more interesting. I remember Dark Age Camelot and EQ were very flat feeling. Asheron's Call was flat in places for sure, but it had a little bit more terrain. Maybe Warhammer Online? Maybe Lord of the Rings Online? Yeah, it's hard to remember specific zones. Have they reneged on their promise? Warhammer came after WoW, yeah. Light speed. Woo-wee. Don't die now. Guess they're like, you know, it's kind of boring to run all over the place. Let's give you a speed boost. Take that. Oh, I forgot to. Take it. I setting fire to? Oh, these are their totems. Burn! Talon rake. Harpy Snatcher. Pretty sure I don't even know her.
It's too far away.
Too far away. They both came. Amazing. Oh. That one was, ouch. Heal yourself quick. Flee! Ruffled her feathers. That's a good name for an item drop. I like that a lot. Ruffled feather. I'm not here to kill hunting wargs. Where's your totem? Give me your totem.
Out of range.
Bring in friends? No. I better psychic scream. You brought friends. Ooh, Taskmaster. The better the graphics get, the harder it is for you to see it as an MMO. That's an interesting statement.
I don't have a target.
Boss was counting on you, man. Oh, I can eat my jerky. Nice. I put bread in my hand? Nice. That's a cool touch. Sweet. I think we did that. Oh, another bag. Jesus. Phew. Let's run out of bag space. It's a chest. Look at the size. I'm gonna crawl inside it. Go Metal Gear Solid. Wait, I got XP for opening this chest? I can go to Wailing Caverns now. Waterlogged supplies. Nice. Useless as adventuring gear, but perhaps of value to a quartermaster with patience and a drying rack. Oh, health potions. Hello. I did it. Yeah, if you're gonna have camps where you fight two easier creatures, make them come at the same time. I don't think they're linked. Let's see if they're linked. Yeah, they're not linked. dare you hit me? How dare you strike me? Oh. That sound. That's better. There. Alright, that one's on fire. I'm too fast. How do I think this is for a new player zone? It's doing some things fine. But the things it's not doing fine are sort of fundamental design issues. Like that it's not challenging me. How you doing?
How are ya?
How are ya? I'll fight the harpies that come. Can you use your magic to break
Keep
free?
your feet on.
Just a nibble. What else you got? Yarr. They don't challenge me, they don't socially engage me. It feels dead, like both in terms of how dangerous the world is and how alive it is. I need to see some players. I need to know that this is an MMO I'm playing before I'm done with my new player experience. Those are the most important things.
Keep fighting. I'll heal you.
I got the heals, bro. Yeah, so what is it you want from a new player experience? Like, top 5 things you want from a new player experience. You want to feel like you're playing an MMO. That's a social, busy environment. Lots of people
We can
playing.
beat it if we fight together. For the Alliance!
You want to feel like you're playing a specific race. You want to feel like you're playing a specific class. You don't even have to be grouping, right? Like, some people want to go immediately to that. Bloodbeak! Which I get, but I can totally understand players that are new, like, want to figure out their class before they worry about embarrassing themselves in a group, you know? Like, that's a common thing, right? Let me learn how to play the game before I, you know, end up in a group of people that are going to be expecting things, you know? And they're going to get mad at me for sucking. But you want to feel their presence. You want to feel that they're all around you.
Great to meet ya.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
You want to feel like this is the place to be, man. There's tons of people playing, and as soon as I'm ready, I can start reaching out. I can start interacting. And then coinciding that with challenge, right, is really important, because challenge creates that need. Because a lot of people might just autopilot, you know, like, until I need someone, well, whatever, they're just going to slow me down. That's not where you really want to be with a game. So the challenge is an important piece of that recipe. Another smash. Hate you. What did I get? Desperate Prayer. What's that face? Increase maximum health by 25% for 10 seconds. Instantly heals you for that amount. Ooh. Fancy. Let's do it. Was that 25%? Yeah, so socialized. Feel like you're playing your race. Feel like you're playing your class. or at least one of those. Probably class more importantly, but race is also a pretty big one. But I'll let that seep into one because I'd take either or. But class is also kind of, I don't know, that's sort of the gimme, assuming your classes are interesting and compelling and different, because you're going to get your 10 abilities or whatever it is. So making you feel like your race is the harder one to pull off and arguably more important. But yeah, definitely important in that, you know, in that top 5. And then the other ones they're doing fine, right? Like mechanically, they're explaining how to play the game, how to use my spells, how to run around and do quests, how to interact with loot. The loot's in a bad place already, because so much of it is pointless. Like 1 armor to 1 armor, that's bad. Oh, I got an upgrade, it's 1 armor. It's the same as what I have. Then the attributes just seem poured on, but it's not affecting the game experience because I'm crushing everything anyway, so I'm just kind of putting it on because I know it's the thing I'm supposed to do. But I'm not excited about it because I'm not like, oh, this is going to really help me. This is going to, you know, get me over that hump. What else? Yeah, so mechanically they're doing okay. Like, they're teaching me how to play. But yeah, that's and that's what I worried was their focus, right? It was going to be their focus onto, again, like that. If the whole idea of retail is to get you as quickly as possible into a rating mentality, a rating proficiency, a rating gameplay loop, right? Then this is consistent with that, right? Because I don't really need to start making friends until after I've graduated past the LFR point, right? Which is a long way away. The game sounds are too loud. Okay. Turn it down to 30. 25. Not 26, not 24. Oh, don't do this to me. But yeah, there's so much more to an MMO experience, right? Than rating, right? Like, all of this shouldn't be to make you a raider. It should be introducing you to the genre of the massively multiplayer online RPG, right? And there's so much more to MMOs than that loot progress. You know, that rating is the ultimate, you know, rating is the ultimate expression of loot, you know, loot acquisition, right? It's the most difficult and it gives you the best stuff, but it is not the best experience. The best experience is all the crazy things that happen with the group of players that you're doing whatever, right? That can mean raiding, right? All the crazy stuff that happens with your group of people while you're raiding. It's all the crazy things you're doing while you're PvPing. It's all the crazy things you're doing while you're working the auction house, right? Like while you're solo questing and you're bumping into people occasionally and things are happening and it's weird and whatever. Like it's pretty much all the crazy things that are happening with all the people around you while you're doing whatever content you've determined is your favorite form of content. So for many that's raiding. Yeah, so it's part of it, but it's not the thing. It's not the thing that separates this genre from every other genre out there. Because most other genres are just, no, it's just the thing. That's it. It's telling a good story. It's a really fun shooter, you know. It's a racing game, you know, whatever. That's the thing. And that's the limits of what it has to offer for the most part.
What is your
Cayenne?
Goodbye.
Is that the Cayenne? That's a really cool looking level 1 staff. I know, tell me about it, Undin. Yeah. Where are the 40-man level 1 Hogger raids? That's right. It's all in the name of accessibility to low-skilled players, so all challenges removed. Yeah. Which is a disservice to them especially, right? Because... So there's two elements to that. One is you're not doing them any favors by making everything so easy that they don't have to grow. They don't have to learn, right? They're never going to graduate to that level that you are hoping they're going to get to if you don't challenge them. And two, you know, a structured difficulty pyramid is actually really good at separating the populations of players skilled, right? So that they're not interacting with each other. Because when you jam them all into one pool, right? Let's just compare it to the kiddie pool and the adult pool at the recreation center, right? It's like, okay, it's all one pool now. It's like both sides are now having a bad time because the kids are peeing in the pool and the adults can't stand it. And the kids can't stand it because they can't just be kids. They have to follow all these special rules now, like I can't pee in the pool, right? And the adults are a big drag, you know? So, same thing going on in this. It's like, you know, the high skills are being forced into the same place as the low skills, and they're expected to play together, and they're both just frustrated because the high skills are like, who are these noobs? This is awful. And the low skills are like, I don't want to play with those guys. They're too advanced. I just want to be around people my skill level and do my thing and be happy with, you know, what I'm able to accomplish. So, yeah, stop jamming them together and create a varied, you know, and they've tried to do that with difficulty settings, but I feel like it's more than just difficulty settings. I feel it's like it's a content-based thing. You know, raiding should feel like it's elite level content, and it should feel elite level content from the point of view of individual challenge and also group challenge. All right, and the group challenges are not just coordination and strategic, but social as well. You know, like managing to be in a group doing content with 25 or 40 or whatever it is people that you can stand, right, is sort of the first goal, right? And that's an interesting hurdle, right? So, you know, LFR tries to defeat that, and I don't think it leads for a very positive experience. I think it leads for a frustrating experience, a bad time that results in good loot. So, but it's not a worthwhile trade-off from a game designer's point of view. Like, I don't want to give you good rewards for bad experiences, right? I'd rather give you +1 to one thing once a week for the best experience in the game, right? For a really, really good experience that you're clamoring for more, you know, because then it's like the +1 is completely incidental. You're coming back for the amazing experience. And those two things are kind of at odds right now with MMO design. And not just WoW, by the way. There's a lot of other MMOs that are trying to do the same things, focusing on the loot and the gameplay loops of run through it with 5 people in this amount of time for this amount of treasure. And it's like they're not as worried about the individual experience where they should be. Some kids don't learn as well as other kids. Yeah. Certainly true. Everyone learns at their own pace, and sometimes it's better to separate them based on the pace, right? Again, going back to, you know, putting them in their own pools, and making sure the experience for each of them is a good one. You know, like, there were a lot of perfectly happy people that were leveling their characters, you know, at level 35, for example, while everyone else was doing their Nax rating, right? That staff is pissing me off. I know, it is crazy epic. And so that was testament to the fact that the game was fun in a variety of ways, in a variety of challenge levels, right? So, but yeah, it's like, if you're not raiding, you're nobody. That's fine for the raiders to think. That's great for the raiders to think, in fact, because they're here to lord it over others, right? To flex their huge e-peens, you know. But from a game designer standpoint, that should never be adopted, right? Because that just narrows the focus and narrows the experience down to one type of player. So the accessibility, right? If they're actually chasing accessibility, they should be making sure that the low-level experience is fun, the mid-level experience is fun, the end-game level experience is fun, solo is fun, small group is fun, dungeon group is fun, you know, 10-man group is fun, raids are fun, right? Like, crafting is fun, RPing is fun, PvP is fun. Like, that's how you do accessibility, not, oh, we'll just make it so that everyone can play this and it's easy.
What's on your mind?
I rescued you from a grim fate. I know, you should have just blinked.
Good.
You'd have gotten out of that in no trouble. What a rush. Is this how it feels like to succeed at an adventure? He's like the opposite of the lovable sergeant character, right? Like, just the hateable noob. I could get used to it. Let's get back to camp and inform the captain of our success. Is this is this preparing me for all those accessibility, you know, noobs that are going to be in my raid later? And they suck at everything and they're like, oh man, is this what it's like to get raid loot? I could get used to this. Prepare yourself. This is your future LFR playmate.
I see your streamer privilege paying dividends.
Hell yeah, Baba Share Show. How you doing, Baba? It is indeed. I got my email. Can't believe I got it, to be honest, but welcome, Baba. That's Baba, everyone. If you want to hang out, watch another former WoW dev stream, you can certainly check out his channel. He's been raiding in Classic lately, and we've been playing a little bit of Monster Hunter World on occasion as well. Your way sounds like it might need to some smart professional people, I don't know, do game design. Yeah, we're gonna have to stop looking at analytics and grab this problem by the design bits. Oh, thanks, Big Meanie. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we all, I think someone was saying earlier, we all pretty much want WoW to get better. Like, this is something that we've played a ton of, has been a big part of our lives. We've devoted a lot of our lives to, and has been responsible for a lot of good things in our lives, you know, and so we don't ultimately want it to fail, as bitter as we become about some of the things that have happened over the years. I think deep down most of us want it to succeed, you know, and want it to be better and back to the thing that it was and could be again. So and it's difficult to be constructive. It's difficult not to just get angry and hateful, and you know. But the thing about it is, like, the upsurge in Classic, the upsurge in positive comments that I saw when TBC was announced, when Shadowlands Alpha was coming out and they were doing the videos. There's a lot of people out there that are very optimistic still and very hopeful and really want to believe that it's going to be amazing again. You know, like, even if I'm listening to some of these things and I'm worried, you know, as a game designer, there's a lot of people that just as players want it to be better. So that's really promising. Thank you, Baba, for gifting a tier 1 sub. Congrats, Kaz90. So yeah, it's I think it's really promising that there's a lot of people that are still very hopeful. You know, they haven't beaten out all the positivity out of us as a community yet. So I wouldn't mind another game coming in and doing WoW better if that was on the table. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, I think we'll take it in any form, but we want to see the genre come back to, you know, being powerful and being exciting and creative. And I think that's true for a lot of different games. I think a lot of the industry is in a rut right now, but it's a pendulum. It'll swing back as we all get just exhausted by another battle royale with a slightly different look. Just whatever it is, you know. Oh no, I let my speed wear off. How inefficient of me.
We saved Merity, all thanks to this recruit.
Good work. Now get some rest. We'll find the others soon.
Don't gotta tell me twice. I'm gonna get some rest. You're hyped for the Lord of the Rings MMO? Yeah. Could be good, but I don't know. Amazon is still kind of learning how to make video games. It's been a process. So we'll see. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm gonna bring episode 3 here to a close, and I will see you guys again soon for the next one.